comfort index on the Oklahoma Mesonet is a wonderful tool, especially this time of the year where it's super hot. But with the Mesonet site, we can take that cattle comfort zone and kind of plan from day to day or even in advance when the temperatures are going to be at the right time frame for the comfort zone of them cattle so that we move them. If they get too hot, obviously we're going to be taking money out of our pockets. A hot calf is a calf that's not going to eat well or perform well or graze well. Well, if they're not grazing well, we're not making any money because it's all about gaining on the cattle.
Cattle have a much different sense of temperature than we do. At about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, they can actually start feeling heat stress when the conditions of high humidity and solar radiation start to play into it. So we're a bad estimation of how cattle are feeling out in the pasture. The Cattle Comfort Advisor is a tool that we have built to replace the older version of a temperature humidity index that just used a combination of temperature and humidity to evaluate how hot cattle get. The Cattle Comfort Index uses temperature and humidity, but it also includes evaluations for wind and solar radiation that can affect cattle depending on what color of their hide is, and also the humidity in different parts of the state of Oklahoma.
To get the Cattle Comfort Advisor from the Oklahoma Mesonet webpage, select Agriculture on the top menu bar. Then Cattle Comfort Advisor from the left Agriculture menu, or by opening the Livestock drop-down menu and selecting Cattle. Cattle Comfort can be viewed as statewide maps or for individual Mesonet sites. Statewide maps include current conditions, maximum, minimum, and average for the last 2 days, and forecast maximums and minimums for the current day or up to 2 days into the future. Selecting the local Mesonet site lets you look at the cattle comfort values for any single Mesonet site. Product choices include past 10 days and forecast, or past 45 days. These come up in graph form. To view graph values, move your mouse over the graph. This value box includes date, time, air temperature, and cattle comfort index value. To zoom into the graph, move the mouse to a start date and time, click and hold the left mouse button, and scroll to an end date and time. Release the mouse button and the graph will zoom into the dates and times selected. To zoom out, click the Reset Zoom button. The View Table button shows the same data in a table format. Control icons at the bottom of the graph allow you to view more data rows per page, refresh the page, print the page, filter data to sort by column values, or export the data to an Excel spreadsheet. The last product choice, Past Years, shows graphs of daily cattle comfort averages for past years. You have the option to compare 2 years to each other and view them as a graph or in a table format. To understand how Cattle Comfort Advisor temperatures vary from measured air temperatures, let's look at times when heat and cold were factors. We'll use table numbers to better show how the weather variables add or subtract from the air temperature. From April 24, 2014 at 2 p.m. in Antlers, Oklahoma, the air temperature is 77.5 degrees Fahrenheit. The Cattle Comfort Index is 85.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Looking across the table row, we see that the relative humidity is at 62.7%, the wind speed is averaging 9.4 miles per hour, and the sunlight is a bright and sunny 915.2 watts per meter squared. The impact on the air temperature for cattle from these are a 4-degree increase from the relative humidity, 10.4 degree decrease from the wind and a 14.4 degree increase from the bright sunshine. Combining these is why the cattle comfort index is 8.1 degrees higher than the air temperature.
It's a wonderful tool. It's a great asset for us on a daily basis or on the ranch. And if we're going to work cattle, it'll tell us when we can work cattle, when we shouldn't work cattle. It's just another one of those electronic tools that takes away some of the guessing game that we used to have to go through years ago.